Okay, so the first video was introducing what simulation is in general, and now we're actually going to make this simulation here, which is rabbits eating up grass, reproducing and dying. Each of these boxes is allocated a code, which is displayed here. So to set up, which is this box here, is dictated by the information in here and the other variables attached to it. So we are now going to create this simulation. So I'm going from page 4 in your books. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a button, and that button is our setup button. So we go to interface, add button, and this will set up our simulation ready to start. Once you've gone to add button, this black square will appear. When you click down, the box will appear, obviously. And then in the command, just say what the command is in that box, and we click OK. The command is highlighted in red because we have no code, so it's declaring a problem because it doesn't know how to behave. So if we then go, similar to writing a procedure in MSW Logo previously, we just do to setup, and then previously you go forward 500, and then you put end. But for our setup, we're going to have, firstly for the setup, obviously we want the screen to be cleared. I know that that's an inbuilt command because it's changed colour, it's not a random variable. And then I'd also like it to create the turtles. Now the triangles that we're using in our simulation are just called turtles, alright? And once you've created 100 turtles, then what I'd like you to do, computer please, is set their X and Y coordinate as a random X coordinate and a random -Y coordinate. Close the bracket, and then also reset ticks. Don't worry about that. That's just time basically, but we're not going to go into that. And then when you've done your little bit on page 4, there's a little check thing here, and if it then tell you if you've made any mistakes. Obviously it's told me I haven't made any mistakes because my work is always immaculate. Then when I go to interface and I press setup, what the blazes, I've made a mistake. Hang on. Create turtles, set X and Y. I forgot the hyphen. Oh dear. How humbling. Right, so what it's done is it's created 100 turtles and placed them randomly in our world. This is our universe, okay? And then at this stage it would be nice for you to save your work, file save as. I'm not going to show you how to do that because my gosh, you should know how to do that by now. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add our go button. That will make our simulation begin. So we go to button again, click there where we want it to go, and we type in go. This time though, when the command happens, I want it to happen forever. Notice this forever sign appearing, and also don't worry about the ticks, just trust me, you need to disable until ticks start. And then we click OK. It's highlighted in red because we haven't told it what go is. So to go, I want you to move the turtles. Why has that not changed colour? Because it's a variable, so I need to tell him what move turtles means, and I also want you to add a tick. And then what I need to do is to declare what move turtles is. So to move turtles, the reason we're doing like this is for ease later on. So movement of turtle will be ask the turtles to move turtle right a random amount within 360 degrees and also move forward by 1. Now let's close the bracket and end. Check my work is correct. Of course it is. And then when I press set up, it continues to set up various turtles in different places, and then when I press go, the turtles are now moving around. I can slow down their movement like this. Another interesting thing is when you slow it down, it actually carries out its functions slower as well. So if you get this and it's spinning for a long time, that's because it's operating at a slower speed. If you want to tidy up your box as well, if you right click and go to select, then that enables you just to tidy things up a little bit. And then to stop it happening, I just press go. Okay, so we have moving turtles moving around. What we want to do now is we want to add some grass. And the way we're going to add some grass is within the setup, to setup brackets. we are going to add setup patches, setups turtles. So I want to setup patches is basically going to be the variable that creates the grass, and to set up turtles, notice they're not changing colour, so I know that the variables that I need to define is this command here. So I'm going to delete that because I don't need that anymore. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to say to set up turtles. So what I'm doing is I'm defining this variable here, and I'm pasting what was already written previously, which was create 100 turtles and set their position in random x and y coordinates. And then that's a simple end. And then to set, apologise for the background noise, that's a jet being fired. To set patches, what we do is we ask the patches to set P color to green, and then select end. And now when I check my work, immaculate, and then when I go to setup, what it does is it grows the grass. I can speed up the process a bit more there, and then it's moving around. Okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to ask the turtles to eat the grass. So I go back to the coding, and in the go section, not only do I want the turtles to move, but I also want them to eat grass. Then I need to add the variable of eat grass, and to eat the grass, what we do is we ask the turtles, I'm on page 7 by the way in the book, ask the turtles that if the P colour is equal to green, which it will be in the setup, then what I do is I then set the P colour. P colour is the abbreviation for patch colour. Set the P colour to brown. So basically what I'm saying is to eat the grass, if the turtle comes into contact with a green patch, I would like you to set that patch to brown. And then also, this is for them dying later on. Sorry, there will be tragedy ahead. We're going to also provide it with, what's happened there? Energy. We're going to provide it with 10 blocks of energy. So every time it touches green, we're going to turn the grass brown, and we're going to give the rabbit or turtle energy of plus 10. Then we need to close off our brackets and end the sequence. Check my work. I haven't defined the energy. Yes. One thing I forgot to do was to sorry, I should have done this right at the beginning. What we need to do is tell the computer what energy is. So this is on page 6, just above where it says to go. So turtle's own is color, so I know that it's an inbuilt command, and turtle's own is energy. I'm not going to go into why that's the way it is, it just is, just trust me. Okay, now check my work. Right, so then when I set it up and go, the rabbits are eating. The grass grows, and then it goes, and the rabbits eat them up. And every time they eat the grass or come into contact with the green patch, then the patch turns brown. What we're then going to do is we're going to, every time a turtle moves, so to move turtles, I want it to lose one bar of energy. So basically, if it's not coming into contact with green grass, it's losing energy, and eventually we're going to say that when you get to 0, I want you to die. Okay. What I've done, I've covered quite a lot there, so I'm going to stop there. But we are up to the bottom of page 7.